Hey guys, Mike here to bring you Darkest Dungeon. It wasn't that long ago we did a bonus content where Peter Martin and I sat down and talked about how much we love this game. And I'll tell you what, I haven't stopped playing it. It's super fun and it's super dark. And I went into the tavern and I said, guys, what do you think if I do... because it's so close to like a tabletop experience with the exploring of dungeons and setting up your party and all this stuff like that, what if I put it on the YouTube channel? Would you guys watch it? And a bunch of people got back to me and said you thought that it would be a fun idea, so here I am. This is the opening menu of Darkest Dungeon, but before I even kinda get into this, you absolutely need to watch this intro cinematic. I would be remiss if I didn't show it to you because it's fantastic. So I'm going to shut up for a minute and just let you enjoy.
Ruin has come to our family. You remember our venerable house? Opulent and imperial, gazing proudly from its stoic perch above the moor. I lived all my years in that ancient, rumor-shadowed manor, fattened by decadence and luxury. And yet I began to tire of conventional extravagance. Singular, unsettling tales suggested the mansion itself was a gateway to some fabulous and unnameable power. With relic and ritual, I've bent every effort towards the excavation and recovery of those long-buried secrets, exhausting what remained of our family fortune on swarthy workmen and sturdy shovels. At last, in the salt-soaked crags beneath the lowest foundations, we unearthed that damnable portal antediluvian evil. Our every step unsettled the ancient earth. But we were in a realm of death and madness. In the end, I alone fled laughing and wailing through those blackened arcades of antiquity. Until consciousness failed me. You remember our venerable house. Opulent and imperial. It is a festering abomination. I beg you, return home, claim your birthright, and deliver our family from the ravenous, clutching shadows of the Darkest Dungeon.
So you see, I could have given you a plot summary right there. I could have explained that your father sent you a letter and you have come with some of your best men to try and dive into the depths of awful and evil that have taken over your estate. But on my best day, I couldn't do it better than that. So I'm going to skip there's another intro cinematic when you actually start the campaign. I'm going to skip that one just for time's sake. But that gives you so much. It gives you the narrator who is the voice of your father in your head. There is just the overall setting. There's the appreciation for this artwork, which is amazing. And it's twisted and awful in the best of ways. And I really thought that you guys needed to see that. So basically you are playing as the guy who's managing this group of adventurers. You're kind of the guy who's hiring people and sending them out. So you're also picking out who's going to go in, who's going to stay behind. You're going to have to maintain all sorts of levels of stress and pain. But, I could talk about these things or I could show you. So I had already started one, but I don't like how that one went. So we're actually going to start a brand new one. And we're going to go with that. Alright, like I said, I'm going to skip that one. They're all great. Everything in this game, as far as story is concerned, at least it is early access, so there's gonna be some stuff that's wonky. I really hope that this won't crash on me. It hasn't crashed in a while. They've done a really good job of making it so that it's very stable. But there have been a couple times in the early going of me kind of getting used to this game that it did crash on me. So hopefully that won't happen. You got to give some leeway for early access. You know, people give early access a lot of grief, and I'm right there with them. But overall, I think you do got to give some leeway. And these guys are doing a phenomenal job. I have very few complaints about this game. So this is one of the reasons why I thought that is very reminiscent of a dungeon delve in any kind of old school like D&D-esque thing. Because if you look, our map, it might as well be drawn on graph paper, and that makes me happy. So real quick, I just want to draw some attention to some stuff. We got our two guys here, Reynald, our Crusader, and Dismas, our Highwayman. We will have other guys that will come in later, which are fairly random. But you got all your guys' stats. You have all his gear, which is usually just the weapon and the armor. And you've got special abilities that are dependent on not only your guy, because there are different ones that they can learn as, you know, the generic class, but also where he is in position on the line of adventurers. So I'll show you more of those as we go along. We have the map here, which is telling us where we're going to go. You basically just pick the room and move. Like every action I'm going to show you is going to be me moving from this room to this room. And then you have inventory, which right now is just a little bit of food. You also have the torch, and the torch shows you obviously how much light you have, but as you can see, because I have super light right now, I have plus to scouting and a plus to the chance that monsters will be surprised when I find them. The lower this goes, the less benefit I get and the more hurt I get. So you always want to try and keep that light high. And then it tells you where you are. And you'll also, in future adventures, you get the opportunity to run away. I can also do this, which shows you some of the bonuses and annoyances that these guys have. The hindrances. And these hindrances start piling up real quick. And they're a lot of what makes this game really interesting and really unique. So let's move into the next one.
Have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
I love the narrator. He's one of my favorite parts.
Dispatch this thug in brutal fashion, that all may hear of your arrival.
Alright, so I have the opportunity, because these things would be available if I was behind him, but right now I think I'm just going to, because this is just a lowly little brigand, I think I'm just going to try and do this open a vein. Oh, there we go. And he's bleeding now. That always helps.
Death waits for the slightest lapse in concentration.
Okay, that black ring you saw over their head, that's stress. Stress is going to cause some horrible things if this little bar under my health gets all the way up to 100. Then they start getting huge penalties, and yeah, I'm going to just talk about that when it happens, but we're just going to kill this guy real quick.
Give them no quarter.
Put our guys back the way they're supposed to go. Moving forward. Interactive objects. You get to hopefully find good things. You can definitely find bad things as well.
Leave nothing unchecked. There is much to be found in forgotten places.
This one, however, gave us plenty of loot.
An ambush. Send these vermin a message.
I am sick and tired of getting surprised.
Has returned, and their kind is no longer welcome.
Alright, this time I am going to put him back because his gun is going to be way more useful.
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
I am not a fan. There will be no blood left for the leeches. I love when they talk like that. Alright, so I think I'm gonna try and stun him. Hopefully it works. Yes. That will be useful. We'll do grape shot because it'll hit both of them. Now he actually has a buff that it's actually harder for me to stun him now, so I'm just going to try and hit him as hard as I can. Now, I will say that these guys can die. And in fact, the first time I tried to set up a game, he died hard. So I'm really hoping that that's not the case here. I'm hoping that I can keep both these guys, because I like them. But... Ow! As soon as I say that... we're going to try and stun him again, because we need to. He resisted. That's not fun. See if I can't kill this guy in the back.
As the
there we go.
A faint hope blossoms.
Yes, things are turning around. People are dodging. Alright, let's try and stun him again. He didn't get the buff because he didn't get hit, so... Oh, I'm sick and tired of this. Alright, just take him out. Make it hurt.
And now the true test.
Okay.
Hold fast or expire.
This will pop up. When guys go to 0, they're in this state called Death's Door, and every damage they get after this has a chance to kill them. Now, you might not die. You might just have Death's Door pop up again, but you may die. And this includes bleeding and poison. So, it's pretty nasty,
beast,
but...
the greater the glory.
It looks like we were able to take him out. Get out of here. Do this chest. It's trapped, of course it is. But it's okay, because we're getting the heck out of Dodge. Got some money. Didn't get any heirlooms, because we haven't officially got to town yet. Alright, so this is where we pick up traits. So Reynold has picked up quick reflexes, which gives him +2 speed. And Dismas has picked up Amateur Weaponsmith, -20% to weapon upgrade costs. Weapon upgrades are actually something they just introduced into the game, so I'm actually brand new at that. I have no idea how that works or what that looks like. So even though I've played this for a while, even though I've thrown in a bunch of hours in this game trying to get used to how it plays before I bring it to you guys, I will say that there's stuff I don't know what I'm doing.
This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now, and you are bound to them.
Okay, technically they're not locked, they're not open yet, so I can't show you, but this man right here in the picture, kind of fretting in awfulness, he's the caretaker. He's the guy who kind of watches over the town while you're gone, and he has a very stressful job. There are two ways that you'll be able to reduce the stress levels of your characters. There's taking them to the bar, and there's taking them to church. And the problem is that the caretaker will also be needing those services, and there's only so much space. So it could be that your guy needs to pray, shall we say, and the caretaker's already in there. And if your guy has the negative trait that says he has to pray to reduce stress, he's not going to be able to this week. It's I hate the caretaker. He's obnoxious in the best way. Alright. Yes, help, whatever. So here's the graveyard.
Most will end up here, covered in the poisoned earth, awaiting merciful oblivion.
Yeah, he's not kidding either when he says most will end up here. Most will end up there. You will lose people.
Women and men, soldiers and outlaws, fools and corpses. All will find their way to us now that the road is clear.
So, I have the stagecoaches where you pick up new people. I will be picking up...
A sister of battle, pious
both these guys.
and unrelenting.
So, to give you a rundown, we have, so far, our classes available are the Crusader, who is basically your paladin character. Dismas is a highwayman, who's your, if you're going by archetype, he's the rogue. Fonteme is my Vestal, and the Vestals are the cleric in this game. They heal, but they can also whack the snot out of people. And Boatler here is a plague doctor. And plague doctors are amazing because they will stun, they will poison, they will do all sorts of nasty things, and I don't know, does he have it? He does not have it, but they also have the ability to stab people if you put them up in the front. It looks like Boatler is designed to be in the back and throw plague grenades and noxious blasts to stun people. Ooh, he even heals. That's fun. I don't often have plague doctors that actually get to be doctors. This is fun. Alright, so I'll show you this, even though I don't have any of the stuff to... Oh, I do kind of have the stuff to do it. You get to upgrade all your buildings. It costs stuff. It costs like busts, portraits, deeds, and crests. And these are things that you find kind of wandering through the dungeons, because remember, all of this used to be your family's land. So there's a lot of stuff that you get to find along the way. I will upgrade this once, because I like having...
Great heroes can be found even here, in the mud and rain.
I'm sorry, if I stop mid-sentence sometimes and just let the narrator talk, it's because I have so much love for everything the narrator says. But upgrading this allows you to have more people available in the stagecoach, and yeah, you're going to find out that you need replacements. If not because they're dying, but because people's stress meters will go through the roof, and you need to have backups. Otherwise, you will be sending people who are on the verge of madness already.
A mecca of madness and morbidity. Your work begins.
So this is the estate. I don't even believe that the Darkest Dungeon or the Cove have been added yet. The Cove might have been in the most recent update. I'm not sure, though. But the Ruins, the Warrens, and the Weld, I have no idea how to pronounce that, are all currently unlockable. But the first thing we have to do is go into the Ruins. So we'll do that by getting our guys in order. Get the marching order set here. And send them into the Ruins.
The cost of preparedness, measured now in gold, later in blood.
So you want to make sure that you have supplies. And usually I buy too many torches, I know, but I don't care. I hate when my guys are in the dark. It does not go well more often than not. And I usually try to bring one shovel. But you need food, because every once in a while your guys will need food. They'll say you're hungry and you need to eat. And if you don't provide them with food, they take damage and they take stress damage. So they get hurt twice if you do not feed them. So I definitely like having food. And typical, they have like little tips as the load screen happens. But I'll show you a little bit about what the dungeon-y look of
The
this.
fiends must be driven back. And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
So this is the map, and you start out wherever the torch is. That's kind of like your "You Are Here" logo. And you move from room to room. Now, occasionally you will be able to do scouting, and the map will reveal itself. But right now, we're kind of stuck with whatever's in front of us. Packs are usually pretty good. Hey, this pack has a map inside, so it shows you. So here you go. This is what scouting looks like. So it looks like we're going to have some fun. We could go down this way because there are a bunch of little treasure options, but treasure options are not always good. Just like going through any dungeon. Like, this thing is technically a treasure option. It's something that might hold positive things, or it might be pure evil. We're gonna have our Vestal try and open this up. We'll see. Oh, good. It's trapped the hero. And now, I hate this. Okay, she has picked up claustrophobia. So now she has rabies. Rabies? Really? She's clumsy and she has claustrophobia. She may or may not be with me after this adventure because she has a lot of baggage right up the back. Okay, we're surprised, which I'm not a fan of. Skeletons are usually pretty much wusses. We'll try and see if Dismas can't shoot them. Good chunk out of all of them. He has no business being up in the front, so we're going to move him back. Good. Alright, so she has Dazzling Light. Ooh, this actually ups our torch as well, I think. Doesn't it? Torch plus 5. We'll do that. So it hurts them, and ups our torch, and stuns them. Wins all around. And we'll try to get Reynold up in the front. I could just up and kill him, but he's stunned already.
Press this advantage.
There we go.
Give them no quarter.
That's what we need. Keep moving it forward. Let's do Noxious Blast, see if I can't stun this other guy. Oh, never mind. Noxious Blast is Blight. Okay. She is, in true cleric form, is a healer. And so we will definitely heal the lot of us. Alright, finally, Reynold can actually do something. We'll do... I love the animation for this, the Zealous Accusation. And because there's 2 of them left and they're both kind of weak, I'm hoping it's going to kill both of them. So let's see.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
In true paladin
as the
form.
fiend falls,
sorry, crusader form.
A faint hope blossoms.
Alright, I do want to...
The way is lit. The path is clear.
See,
we require only the strength to follow it.
The narrator just makes everything more awesome. Okay, this right here, the Bone Courtier. When Peter and I were talking about this game, both of us said that our least favorite enemy to fight is the Bone Courtier. And that little goblet of awful is exactly why. Because he will stress my boys out like there's no tomorrow. He will ruin their day. So we are going to do everything we can to kill him immediately. That is a good start. Way to do work, Dismas. Yes. This one is going well for me. No, I think you're better off doing Dazzling Light. No, never mind. Those guys are both full health. Your little thing isn't going to help much. You, however, can potentially... Yes, hit him. That's the ticket. Hopefully that Blight's going to take him out when it's his turn. Let us stabby. And he missed. I should have put her up one because I would have rather had Illumination. But what can you do? There you go. You still took him out.
A victory.
Good.
Perhaps a turning point.
I will say so. I will definitely say it's a turning point, Mr. Narrator Dad, sir. There we go. Made quick work of that guy.
A trifling victory. But a victory nonetheless.
Hey, way to be, Mr. Narrator. I just get done killing things. Now, do I want to open this? Of course I do. But first I want to put her up there. Let's have the good doctor open this up. We'll see if it's... Of course. What is... Does he have a fear of death now? Is that his thing? Health below 50% minus 20 stress resistance. Great, yeah, he has a fear of death. If his health gets low, he starts getting stressed out. I cannot win today. Alright, my guys are getting stressed, so I don't want to go down this hallway that leads to an empty room. So we'll move over here. This right here is a pile of rock, which is exactly why I always bring a shovel.
Stone seems bent on preventing passage.
I could get past that if I didn't have the shovel, but it would stress my guys out, it would hurt them. Bad things abound. Stop it with the tempting goblet nonsense. Kill him dead. Again. Ugh. Alright, we gotta... You gotta heal. Let's see if we can't... so much not damage. No, we gotta get this guy out. There we go. You can't get back to him, so let's just have you smite this dude up front. Almost got him. No, stop hitting Dismas. Stop it. Nobody likes you. Ow. Alright, Dismas, take this dude out. There we go. Gonna have to... I hate wasting, because she will do damage, but I need her healing. Because I do not want Dismas to go down. And you, speaking of healing, I need you to get rid of his bleeding. Because he worries me. Alright, let's do... Because he's so weak, let's do... Yeah, let's do Zealous Accusation. And of course they both dodge. Like the jerks they are. Oh, good. Oh, good.
Teetering on the brink, facing the abyss.
No, fantastic. That's a great idea. Dismas is pissed. Now, Death's Door, the only way you can get out of Death's Door is... Well, thankfully, it's pretty easy, actually. All you have to do is heal him. And he instantly loses that Death's Door nonsense. And then we're going to have you heal that bleeding again. Hopefully this dude doesn't immediately put it back on. Oh, good. Dismas gets to go first. And misses. Come on, man. Alright. Might as well heal your bleeding. And throw a general heal around. And come on, Reynold. Kill. There we go.
This expedition at least promises success.
Good, we got a couple things of treasure, some food. I will take all of that.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Doesn't that sound like a DM that's trying way too hard? And you know, I just love it because when I'm DMing a game, I always try to make things more important than they really are. Basically, I just lit a torch, and he comes out with this epic statement. I love it. Okay. Good times. If we survive this one, I'll be happy. Oh, good. Super good. I'm not opposed to that at all. In fact, I'm horribly opposed to that. Alright, let's try and kill... He still hasn't gone yet, so let's try and kill him.
Executed with impunity.
Alright, part of me wants you to get into his spot, but I think you're more suited to shoot her.
Obliterated.
Yes, you are.
Well
and
struck.
you made everyone happy. That's win-win. Alright, let's try and hit somebody. And hit somebody. That boy is suddenly not having a good day. Alright, Dismas. I'm actually going to keep you there because I don't think they can reach you back there. The good doctor can take some hits. So let's do Grape Shot and hit both of them. Ow! That didn't tickle. Alright, let's try do accusation. That went well. Let's actually do Emboldening Vapors. So she's gonna be stronger when I do... I love how even the sound is like... Meow. Like, oh, you suck. There we go.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
So I have officially completed the quest, which was to get all the battle rooms, which is why I skipped these down here. So I thought that another one might be down here, but apparently there wasn't. It was just these two here. So technically I can leave, and I think I'm gonna because my guys are stressed out and or wounded. But I will want to look at this chest. Yeah, we'll send Dismas in. I don't have a key, so the likelihood that this is going to blow up in my face is pretty high, but... Yep. That's okay. He resisted. We're fine. We're going to go home now.
Room by room, hall by hall, we reclaim what is ours.
So this is what I get for actually completing the quest. You do not always complete the quest, by the way. There are some times when it is very difficult to complete the quest, and your guys take a beating, and all of them have picked up horrible emotional scarring, and it's just a bad time. But this time I was actually fortunate. We did get the quest reward. Picked up a bunch of treasure along the way, and a bunch of these little things that I can use to help upgrade the town. So I'm happy. This was a good one. Let's see. I have a funny feeling some people are going to pick up some bad traits here. We'll see how it goes. Reynold gets a Warren's Tactician. He gets a buff for being in the Warrens. She is a precision striker with a melee of +3 crit. Boatler. Yes! All positives. I'm super excited. I'm not going to lie. This is going better than it usually goes. I don't know if they tweaked this in the most recent update or not, but normally I've picked up at least 3 or 4 bad things by now. But I am not complaining. I am not complaining in the least.
In truth, I cannot tell how much time has passed since I sent that letter.
Yes, that letter that got us here. Alright, before I wrap this first episode up, I will just show you the tavern and the abbey, which is the stress relief places.
Fresh kegs, cards, and curtained rooms promise solace to the weary and broken alike.
So he wasn't kidding about that. Here's the caretaker. The caretaker is basically getting hammered because he's seen too much. The gambling hall, which is your guys can actually become addicted to gambling, and they're not always good. You might find out after you send them to the gambling hall for a bit that they come back to you and say, "Hey boss, I owe the gambling hall $500. So it's potentially bad to send them there. And then the brothel. Moving on. Alright. You can upgrade this one, and I upgrade the heck out of any of the stress relief things because, one, they become cheaper when you upgrade them, so the cost of sending people to these things goes down significantly. And also, I believe it's at this next level, more slots open up. So even if the caretaker is there, you can still have your people there. So I like to upgrade these.
Strong drink, a game of chance, and companionship. The rush of life.
Yeah, I like to upgrade these immediately. Then here's the Abbey.
The cobwebs have been dusted, the pews set straight. The Abbey calls to the faithful.
Now, the Abbey is, much more of a holy sort of venture. Though, I will say that sometimes it's really annoying when your guys get when your guys find religion, it's bad. Sometimes, because, especially Crusaders I've found do this. Crusaders will randomly decide they're going on a holy quest that doesn't involve going into the Darkest Dungeon. So they'll disappear for weeks on end. So sometimes it's bad that they find religion, at least on the practical level. These ones, they're the cloisters of prey, the transepts. The cloister was meditation, transept is to pray. Penance hall is actually old school, horrible monk flagellation where they're hitting themselves to get closer to God.
A little hope, however desperate, is never without worth.
But yeah, I upgrade these completely as much as I can. Let's see if I found anybody cool. Yes! I'm not gonna lie, kids. The Joker may be my favorite. He is kind of spectacular. Let's see, are you awesome? Or you heal? You mace? Alright, I'm sorry. Ruins phobe and slow reflexes. She picked up precision. No, I'll keep her. I was tempted to get rid of her because she picked up a bunch of different bad things. But what can you do? If I got rid of everybody who picked up bad things, then I'd never play this game. I'd never have people. But we will definitely pick up you.
You will be laughing still at the end.
Oh, I love jesters so much. Jesters are fantastic. He's a torn rotator cuff and enlightened. See, this is what I was saying. This guy has to meditate for stress relief. If the caretaker is in the meditation spot, he will not be able to get stress relief, even if you pay. You will not be able to put him in. But these guys are all about just wicked damage. They are usually in the front. This guy looks like he wants to be in the second position. I will gladly put him there whenever possible. And then this, he is a bounty hunter. Bounty hunters have this cool ability. They have this hook on a chain, and this guy actually doesn't have the ability hook on the either one of them. Here's come hither, or this one, hook and slice. But he does have finish him. I've never seen finish him because I've never had a bounty hunter have it, and I haven't been able to put money to train it. So I am super excited to see what that looks like. Basically, if a monster is stunned, you hit him super hard. I'm very excited about him. He has potential. We will add him.
The thrill of the hunt. The promise of payment.
Alright guys, I think we've seen a dungeon. I kind of introduced you to the world. I've introduced you to some of the characters. I think we are going to cut it short here and just move on from then with the next episode. But I hope you guys like this. This is on early access on Steam. I will continue to say that. Please pick it up. It is an awesome, awesome game. I hope you guys like what we're doing here, and we'll see you next time.